Good morning. This is Jennifer from Paper This and That. How are you doing today? Well, I'm kind of snowed in. This is a big snowstorm. We probably have 6+ inches already, and it's still coming down. I was supposed to be at work a half hour ago. I don't even know if I'm making it. But we will see. I'm going to wait to see if they get the major highways cleared off. I hate to miss work. But I'm going to take advantage of this. This is going to be a little bit of a crafting morning. Well, I watched Melody Elaine's video on her love album. This is her file from her Patreon Facebook group and her Patreon group. So I can't share this file in my Patreon group, but my Patreons are also one of Melody Elaine's also. At any rate, the only change that I made is the base of the album for each letter. I duplicated. I changed it to white to represent the chipboard. I love her album, but my albums, I am more of a chipboard girl. I like the extra sturdiness of the chipboard. So I'm going to cut the album out of chipboard first. See, I duplicated each base layer, as you can see here. There's the O. Here's the L. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that out. Then I'm going to cut the base layers again out of the cardstock. And then put the cardstock on top of my chipboard. And kind of do like what Melody did, put my album together. But this, I just like the chipboard better. So I'm going to go ahead and hit go. I don't have my Explorer turned on yet. But I am going to make adjustments to my mats. I am going to actually start at the bottom here, because down here is where my chipboard layers are. And I do have some 12 by 12 chipboard, but I think what I'm going to do is I got more of the 8.5 by 11, so I'm going to move each second layer down to the corner, because I'll cut, like on here, I'll use 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11. I'll cut it down to, like, here's the 6-inch mark. I'm just going to cut it at 6 inches lengthwise, or widthwise, yeah, or height, that's what. And I'll keep it at the 11 inches, because right here's the 11 mark, so it'll still fit. And then I am going to do the second sheet and cut it down and put it down here. Then on this one, I could the one that I cut, I could probably rotate it and use part of one of those sheets here. This one might be a third sheet. I don't know yet. But these are the two main things that I wanted to switch around. These, again, technically the sheet of paper could be 5 inches tall, height. But if I leave it like this is still would work on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that I could cut at 5 down the middle, and that'll work there. Then this one is a little bit shorter, I will probably leave that one alone. See this top one. This one's going to require 2 sheets, and this is over 8 inches across, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. So this is going to have to be 11 this way. I am wondering if I can rotate this, if this will work. Still fit on an 11. Let's see here, because there's the 11 mark. There we go. One. I don't have to cut 2 sheets of paper. That'll work. There's the 6-inch mark. And then I've got this top one. This one I know is going to be a full 11. I'm undecided how I want to do this. If I want to do a full 12 by 12. I might just do that. Okay, I am going to go ahead and get all this cut out, and then I will be back. Okay, now I'm going to start assembling my album. I did go ahead and, like Melody did, I embossed each base layer with a different embossing folder on my Cuttlebug. And like I said before, I did 2 layers per letter. So they are going to be assembled like this, each layer. So I'm going to go ahead and do my L. If this ends up being too long, I will probably pause the video. I have a couple more videos planned for this week, including a card from the new cartridge that just came out, the Spring Fling. And I'm going to do a video on navigating around the Close to My Heart website. So I was on there and I'm thinking, okay, I'm sending people here, but how are they going to find? Okay. How are they going to find products? Well, I figured it out, but I'm going to have to show everybody. And I'm seeing here where there is some white because the embossing did shrink the paper a little bit. So I'm just going to take some, try to disguise it a little bit. See if I can do this without having to trim. Okay, this is not going to work. Okay, so I just dressed this whole thing. Helps disguise the white in this L. I just love trying to get into little crevices. So it doesn't look wonky, I'm going to do the whole I went around the whole edge. I guess I should, and I've got it on, I got the ATG on the wrong side. Don't do what I did, girls and guys. I gotta try to get all this ATG off. It's supposed to go on the other side. Thank goodness this peels off pretty easy. I still haven't decided how I'm going to bind it. I like Melody's idea of she used ribbon. I don't know if I'm going to use ribbon or if I am going to use binder rings. I also thought about, I have some hemp also, which is an option. Okay, now that I've got that off, ATG has to go on this side. I'm going to do this a little bit differently than the last piece, because it's not easy getting that ATG on the letters, the letter part. So I got this, and I'm going to try my new glue pen, broad tip glue pen from Close to My Heart. And I will put the item number in the description below. It says 1512 on here. I'm assuming that is the item number, but I will double check it. Got to get it going here. It's starting. I see it. There we go. Starting to get some glue on here. Okay, now I gotta figure out right in front of my eyes. This is, where did I put my L? And this actually lined up a lot better on this side. But just to stay with uniformity, I'm going to ink around this. So it all has that distressed look. Okay. The L's done. So I can set that one aside. Now we're going to do the O. And maybe I should go ahead and, before I lose the L, I was going to do the L on both sides. I don't think I'm going to do that now. But I'm going to go ahead and stick down my letter L on here. I'm using wet glue just because it's a little bit more forgiving in case I have to move things around to get it into place. I got this other liquid glass stuff too. It's supposed to work like a glue. It's kind of like a glossy accents, close to my heart version. I'm just grabbing my Tombow here real quick. Okay, now my L is done. Now we're going to go ahead and do my O. And these extra letters that I have, I'm going to actually save them, because I could possibly use them on another project. And if you're curious, this is the embossing that I did on the O. I could use some ATG on this. I think I might just start using all this broad tip because it's quick too, and I can move it around if I need to. Trying to avoid the chipboard from showing through. As much as possible. I'm going to go ahead and get the other side on, but this time I'm going to make sure I do the correct side. And I didn't. I did it again, folks. Glued the wrong side. This glue will dry. I'm glad it probably would have been better if it would have been ATG. But I'm eventually going to put mats on. Sorry, I'm really screwing this up here. So make sure you pay really close attention to what side you're gluing. I'm here talking, and I usually don't do this kind of stuff off a camera because I'm not worried about talking about what I'm doing. But I get to talking and gabbing, which I'm good for, and I forget what I'm doing. Oh, I do know like the insides of these are going to have mats on them. I think I might stick this O down. If I do that, then I got to do the other L on my L-shaped letter, because after that glue mishap, I almost need to. That's the only advantage the ATG has on this, is I was able to peel it off. Okay. Now I need to get the O on this side. And I'm trying to get this done fast because I don't want this video to be extremely long. I've been noticing that my videos have been like almost an hour long. Let's put my cap on that real quick. I do need to do some inking. Again, this is Melody Lane's file for her Love album that she made, that she designed, and I just took it a step further, made it out of chipboard that I have to cover. And I see there's a spot here that wants to come up. A little bit Tombow there. Now we should be fine. Okay, so we have the L and we have the O done. Got two more letters, folks. Two V's. I want to wet this a little bit because my fingers are all sticky now. Now for the V, I used a brick pattern embossing folder. Okay, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'll put the glue down on the cardstock and place my piece on top. Maybe that'll help eliminate my mistakes, my boo-boos. I can see me using a lot of this and ordering more. And this side goes down this way. I don't know how long this stuff lasts, but it really covers. I used to, believe it or not, when I first started a couple years ago, I made the mistake of trying to use glue sticks. Typical glue sticks that kids use. Well, guess what? My paper peeled up. This wasn't quite strong enough. Okay, now we'll do my inking and I'll put my V's on. Trying to get this done as quickly as possible. And my patron, Cherie, I'm going to have your, I know it's a little bit late, but because of weather and being sick for a little while, I haven't gotten it out yet. But I'm going to try to have your thank you gift for being my first Patreon out in the mail tomorrow. Definitely doesn't go that way. Okay. This glue is really great. Like I said, I'll put a link to this item in the description of the video. I'm liking this glue. I thought there would be never anything that I would like more than my Tombow. But I like this. Man, this is so quick to spread. It's quick drying too. There's my V. One more letter to go. Then I gotta figure out how I'm going to embellish it. This came out a little wonky with my embossing folder. I didn't quite get it. I have this ridge on both pieces. So I'm definitely gonna disguise that somehow with like a photo mat or something on this page. But hey, that's the glory of handmade items. Nothing's ever perfect. And this does work better. Like if you do this album, put your glue on the base of the album, if you do it like I do it, if you decide to do the chipboard version. If not, if you do it just a simple cardstock, which is fine, the cardstock, just using cardstock only without chipboard, that's a quick way of getting this album put together. There's just a few extra steps, takes a little bit longer when you have chipboard involved. A non-stick mat is really great too because it just wipes right off. I just wipe the glue off of it with a little bit of water and paper towel, and I can cover my surface a lot quicker if I don't have to worry about getting glue on something it's not supposed to. And has anybody noticed that I have not put glue on the wrong side again? It's pretty bad doing it twice in a row on video too. And you know what? I am not going to edit that out of this. It just goes to show I am not perfect. I make boo-boos. Everybody makes boo-boos. Just have to improvise and fix them. My O is going to be fixed with embellishments and photo mats. I'm not going to do all that on film. I'm just putting the basic album together. And then I will do another video on my completed album, I think. Well, we'll see how long this goes. Okay, now I need to put my E's on. I thought about putting this on Etsy and trying to sell this album. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that for sure yet or not. I may have it as a giveaway, such as a thank you or a giveaway to my first close to my heart customer. So, if you're interested in this album, get over and order something off of me on my Close to My Heart page. The description is in the link. My Patreons will probably see this video sometime today. Today is Sunday. And I did an open house today and decided, well, my husband is sleeping. Kids are doing their own thing. Husband is taking a nap. And I thought, okay, this is the perfect time to sneak in my craft room. Don't have to start dinner yet, because they had a late lunch. Okay. Now, I've got them all together now. And guess what? My O doesn't look so, yeah, it is still some sticky on the back here. So I'm definitely going to have to put some stuff on the back there. But here are my pages. And I am going to find my container of 3-ring binders. I know I have a box of them. They're in a box here somewhere. Got a little box here. I wonder if this is even still good. This is a glitter spray. I bought this a long time ago. That's an idea. 3 binder clips. I used that on a project. I can't remember what it was, though. I used it on one project. I know it was a mini album, but I can't remember which one it was. Oh, I only needed 2 binder rings. I brought 3 down. So I'll just toss that one aside. I'll put that away later. So, got the E, the V, O, L, these binder rings have multiple purposes. On my real estate listings, I actually use them to hang my name writer so people know who to contact if they want to see the house. Now this is a little bit wobbly. There's no embellishments on them yet. Once I throw some embellishments on, see, it gives me plenty of room because I'm a chunky scrapper. When I do scrapbooks, I always have to have at least minimum a 1/4 inch room for all my embellishments. But this is what I have so far. And my E. And I got a new toy, a new tool. I saw Melody with this. It is called the Quick Stick. I actually got it off of Amazon for picking up really small pieces. So now I've saved all these little hearts. And these are from the O's. One thing I didn't tell you guys is I had to cut the O like 3 times because I kept some kind of mistake or some kind of goof up in my cuts. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? It was all user error. Me placing the O's in the wrong places and stuff on the mat where the wrong colored paper was, or at one time I didn't place it down far enough or up high enough on the mat and only half the O cut. So I am going to actually use my handy tool and put some of these hearts, colored hearts, on the chipboard. I'll place them at different spots in my album. I thought about putting maybe some black accents in here also. So let's see. For some reason, this is out pretty far. I don't know why. But I gotta get the hang of how to use that tool. I saw somebody do this, where they picked it up and put the glue on, and ooh, too much glue. Too much. I think Melody also did some glossy accents on hers. And I am getting gluey fingers like mad. Sorry folks, I gotta spray my fingers. Okay. My hands are still gluey. Not as bad, but I think the simpler solution. I liked how that one person did it. I can't remember who it was. I almost need soap and water. Get this glue off. Okay. Excuse me. Oops. Okay, so now I am going to see if I can do this right. I'm just going to put a dot of glue. That would all dry. This Tombow is just coming out. It doesn't work the best for these hearts, I don't think. I need a finer tip. That works better. Much better. Just gotta love it. I need another heart. It's like that this thing leaves something on top of the on top of your shape, like a piece of glue or sticky stuff. I am almost done with these hearts. My fingers are just so sticky that it's making it difficult. Let's do it this way. Turn it this way. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see these, but I put little hearts on two per letter, just randomly. Okay. No, but this is pretty much basically it on putting this puppy together. I'd say give it a try if you have access to Melody's files. So, I will do another video when I'm done fully embellishing these. It might be this week, might be next week, because I've got some other videos that I need to do. So just stay tuned, and until next time, I do thank you for watching. Visit my Close to My Heart store, and if you want to be a Patreon, you want to see these videos a day earlier and get some extra perks, access to my personal files, which I'm still in the process of uploading. I got some of them up. I've shared some of them already. Go to Patreon and become one of my supporters. Thank you and have a blessed day.